Alright guys, today we're going to be changing the transmission fluid in a 350Z, but before we get started we're going to put it on jack stands, make sure the car's sitting level. Let's get to it. Okay, so you may be wondering how often you should change your fluid. If it's a street car, just for normal street use, obviously I would recommend going by the manufacturer's suggested interval in the owner's manual. But if it is a track car like this one here, you're going to be changing it pretty regularly. Every car will vary a little bit. I know on the 240s their gearboxes are really weak and they burn up fluid pretty fast, so I do those every 3 to 4 track days. You may be alright to go, say, a half a dozen track days between intervals on the Z. This fluid here actually looks pretty healthy. I know this car just recently did 5 track days back to back, so that's why we're going ahead and changing it. We don't have any log of the last time it was changed, but we're going to go ahead and change it and put some fresh fluid in it. That way this transmission will stay in really good shape. Alright, also like to mention that both the drain and fill plug use an H10 10mm Allen driver. Now that you have the fluid drained, we're going to move to the fill plug and remove it. Alright, so we've got the old fluid out of the car. Now we're going to prepare the new fluid to go back in. My preferred method is to use a pump sprayer. You can pump it up, or if you see here, I've fitted mine with just a generic tire valve stem, and you can use that to pressurize it. I don't have compressed air out here right now, so I'm just going to pump it like the old days. But also want to point out, the transmission in these cars is not safe to use with a GL5 fluid, and for that reason I'm not able to use fluid from the parts store, since that's all that's on the shelves nowadays. I went ahead, stopped by the Nissan dealership earlier today and picked up some OEM manual trans fluid. This is just a 7585 GL4, which is safe for the synchros in this transmission. So now I'm going to take the fluid, put it in the pump sprayer, and let's get it put in the car. Now this transmission takes 3 1/4 quarts, so I had a little bit already in my pump sprayer. This pump sprayer I use for Nissan OEM trans fluid only, so I'm not cross-contaminating. I'm just going to pour 3 in for now, since I know I had that 1/4 quart already in there. But if you guys are doing this from scratch with a fresh pump sprayer, you definitely want to get that 4th bottle and make sure that you put over 3 quarts in there. So it takes 3 1/4. It's a good idea to just go ahead and pour that 4th bottle all the way in. Alright, now like I was saying, just going to take the head of the pump sprayer, make sure there's no debris on it, put it into the fill hole, and you'll lock the handle to leave the pump sprayer on, and make sure that your drain pan is under it. While you do this, you're going to let it go until it starts to overflow and run out into the drain pan, and then you'll know that it's full. Alright, once it's filled all the way, just replace the fill plug. Make sure you tighten it down. right, guys. Oh shit. We got the fluid changed. That's it for this video. Hopefully you found this useful. We'll see you next time.